I'm Robby Bell. I'm the team manager of the Chaparral Motorsports Precision Concepts Kawasaki Team Green race team. I think the auto clutch is catching on a little bit. It was something we knew was in Rekluse arsenal, but not something we had really thought about trying. And then Zach came to us and he asked about it, just more for the off-road terrain. It would be a little easier for him to control the bike in the tighter single track and stuff like that. Literally from the first day, he's like, I want it in my race bike, my practice bike. He runs it everywhere, even on the motocross races, practice tracks and at the motocross track. The benefits for him, he doesn't really have to use the clutch much, and he doesn't have to deal with the arm pump. If he's in a tight section or anything like that, he can ride the bike a little bit looser. So he says it's been nothing but benefits. It just allows him to ride the bike so much smoother. It's kind of a running joke with Zach that he doesn't really touch the clutch at all. I think he'll use it occasionally if he needs to like pop a log, but really his strength is his momentum entering a corner. So it's not like he has to be clutching it a lot coming out. So he doesn't build up a lot of heat, and it doesn't have a lot of need for having a finger up on the clutch. So a lot of times he doesn't even have his fingers out on the lever. I think that's been a big benefit of what the RadiusCX has allowed him to do. The physicality of needing to pull in the clutch and have your balance, and if you get a little off balance, it's being able to ride a little bit smoother, and it's one less thing on his mind. On the motocross track and broader Grand Prix courses, he basically says he doesn't have to use the clutch at all, and doesn't even have to keep his fingers out there because the power transfer is so smooth. I think he can carry a little bit more momentum through the corners. Yeah, adjustability with the 2019 KX450 having a hydraulic clutch. It's honestly, we haven't really had to give it much thought, which is I think the biggest compliment I could give. Honestly, we just threw it in there and he loves it. It just offers the perfect balance of performance, but then also the durability that we're looking for to get through a grueling season where the guys are racing for 2+ hours. On the East Coast, the GNCC series is like the 3 hours in the woods, you're on the clutch a lot, but I think works with the kind of the Southern California geography. You're gonna have higher speeds, but we also have hotter temps. It's more motocross, kind of like corner to corner, so you're always really working to get a little extra speed, a little extra power and drive out of the corner, so it's easy to be hard on the clutch. So I think that's where the durability comes into play. If the guys are running kind of motocross sprint speed nearly for about 2 hours, which doesn't sound like they can do it, but somehow the guys do it. So it's definitely grueling, both on the riders' bodies, but also on the motors and the machines as well. It's really nice to have the confidence that the parts that we use are gonna last over the long haul of the season, and then especially race to race as well, and not having to be changing clutches in a race weekend, as well as just over a couple weeks or a month. It's easier on our budget, easier on our minds, and definitely easier on our program. I'm Robby Bell, team manager of Chaparral Motorsports Precision Concepts Kawasaki, and we race with Rekluse.